Are you budgeting money before you've even earned it? Every month starts as a scramble. Bills hit before the paycheck does. There's a name for that. And there's a way out. Most men I talk to don't even realize that they're doing it. So let me show you exactly what I mean. Most men are living in reactive mode, not because they're irresponsible necessarily, but because nobody showed them any other way of doing it. That was extremely true for me. Paycheck comes in, bills go out, and that's just on repeat, month after month, year after year. Now, this isn't a discipline problem. Stay with me, because that changes everything about how you fix it. You're always one step behind the month, never ahead of it. Remember, this is not a discipline problem. It is a system problem. There's a name for what I'm describing, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. I want to introduce a concept to you. It is called the 1 month buffer, living on last month's income. This month's paychecks sit untouched. Next month runs on them. I know what you're thinking. That sounds impossible. It's not. But I'm not going to lie to you. Most guys can't do this system overnight. Stick around. You stop reacting to the month. You start leading it. Let me be clear. Again, this is a milestone. Okay? This is not a starting point. Most men have to work toward this. I'm going to show you exactly how to get there, including what I did when I got my first real shot at it. I want to go into my own personal story, the windfall moment. And in case you don't know what a windfall is, a windfall is a lump sum of money that you get that's outside of just a regular weekly or biweekly paycheck. It can be a tax return, it can be overtime, something that comes in that's extra. This time you didn't spend it, you used it to get ahead. All right? And I want to be honest with you. I almost spent it. Almost. The first month that I ran on last month's money, something shifted. And I'm going to try to put it into words for you the best I can. I felt confidence. I felt a lot of confidence. I felt peace. The posture shift of being ahead. That was huge. Confidence, peace, and that posture shift of being ahead. I didn't feel rich. I didn't feel like I wasn't behind anymore, but that was enough. Confidence and peace go a long way. A really long way. Now here's a part most guys skip. What do you do if you don't have a windfall sitting around, or that you know is coming to you? I've got you. For most guys, it won't be a windfall, and that's okay. Proverbs chapter 13 verse 11 says, "He who gathers by labor will increase." But what if you could create your own windfall? Because you can. So you have the slow build, which is every month roll a small surplus forward, and then you have an intentional windfall. If overtime is available to you, that's not luck, that's a choice. Work the extra hours. Sacrifice up front. Get ahead. Because you're not going to always have to sacrifice. You're not going to always have to work this overtime to get 1 month ahead. But it's worth it to sacrifice on the front end for that. A windfall doesn't have to fall on you. You can build one on purpose. Cut one thing, bank the difference, let it stack. And here's where I want to talk about something that gets misunderstood a lot, and that is being content. What does that mean? I had a guy a while ago tell me, I don't want to be content. That just means I settle for it. He had a wrong understanding of what being content is. Being content doesn't mean you stop moving. Contentment doesn't mean settling. Being content means you're not controlled by what you don't have. But a content man can still be a man on the move. Contentment and intention are not opposites. God doesn't build men the way men build things. And once I understood that slow build stopped feeling like a punishment. The slow build mirrors something bigger. God doesn't build men the way men build things. He's not in a hurry like we are. 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7 says God doesn't see the way man sees. Man looks at the outward, the outside, but God looks at the heart. The kind of man God entrusts with more is the kind of man he has built over time. And a lot of us hate that, right? We want to get it done now. Lord, why wait? Let's do it now. You know what I'm talking about. But he works through time, building patience, building faithfulness, and the slow work of character. That's why Scripture keeps coming back to this. It's not just about money, and it never was. That's why Scripture keeps coming back to the slow build. In finances and in life, consistency trumps intensity. Every day I become more consistent. The Lord typically chooses to work through time. Typically, that is not a bug. That is a design. Now, depending on where you are in the year, your next step looks different. Let me break it down. There are two forks in the road. If you're near tax season, so if you're watching this June of when this video is being released, you're not near tax season. It's still a half a year away, a little bit more. But if you're near tax season when you're watching this, if you're expecting a refund, consider using it to jumpstart the buffer. If you're in the middle of the year, don't wait for taxes. Start the slow build now. Small and consistent beats waiting for perfect. So here's a natural bridge in all this. Once I got to where I was a month ahead on all of my bills, it made sense for me to pay all of my bills on one day. This concept doesn't work in isolation. There's something else that makes it click. And if you've been doing it already, you're going to feel that. The buffer and the bill day work together. One gives you the money, the other gives you the moment. Being ahead isn't about hoarding. It's about stewardship and margin. A man who is always reactive can't be generous, can't be ready, can't lead well. The buffer isn't just a financial move. It is a posture. And Scripture has something to say about it. The buffer creates space for God to move. You're not so tight that every unexpected thing is a crisis. I've had it to where a tank of gas has become a crisis for me. $40, $50 to fill up my gas tank, and it's a crisis. Faithful stewardship includes preparation. Proverbs chapter 6, verses 6 through 8 says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise, which, having no captain, overseer, or ruler, provides her supplies in the summer and gathers her food in the harvest." No one told her to. No one was watching. She prepared anyway, because that's what a wise creature does. That's the posture. And here's the question I want to leave you with. What is staying behind costing you? Peace, confidence. You don't have to stay behind. But here's a real question. Do you want to get ahead more than you want to stay behind? Because the answer isn't what you say. It's not what you type in the comments. It's not words. It's what you do. Your actions will speak the answer before you ever open your mouth. The month you get ahead will feel different. Remember that feeling. Remember it. Because that is what stewardship feels like. I'll see you in the next one.